Hi, the idea that I've chosen for ghci 2019 is an agile approach for testing. We all know that agile development is very common these days, and everybody is talking about agile. What are we exactly doing in the testing? How do we test that agile development process? So, uh, my research paper talks about how we can have a good testing system which we can integrate with the continuous changes which are pouring into the source code repositories like Git, Perforce, etc. And how do we extend that testing environment to support testing on multiple platforms? So, this is what my idea is primarily about, wherein I'm going to talk about how to test the continuous integrations and give a support for testing on multiple platforms also, like Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, UWP, iOS, etc. The brief of my idea is as follows. What I plan to do is that we can have a machine which we can call as the Queen machine. So this Queen machine will be basically connected to different drones. So drones would be Windows, Mac, and Linux. So Windows would be responsible for testing the conventional desktop libraries and test apps. Then the Mac will be responsible for iOS, Mac, and Android, and Linux will be only for Unix testing purpose. So we can have a centralized queen which would keep a check with the source code depot, which is Perforce in this case, and it will keep on monitoring for new check-ins which come, and with every new check-in it will assign that task or the build or the test to the corresponding drone machine. So if there's a change in let's say Windows, so it will assign that change to the Windows machine. So it might be possible that the change is very generic, and for that we need to test on all the environments. So that particular task will be for the Windows, it will get assigned to the Windows drone. For Mac, it will get assigned to the Mac drone, and for similarly for iOS and Android we can assign it to the Mac drone, and for Linux we can assign it to the Linux drone. Now once the build has completed in all the machines and even the tests have run on all these three machines, then Queen will give a signal to the King machine that okay, the change which was submitted is a green change, and we can pass it on to the production. So by production I mean the King system. So in my King system, the comprehensive test would run. So I will ensure that in Queen only a part of the test, let's say the smoke test, gets run, wherein I just have some important workflows which I need to test, not the comprehensive ones. Comprehensive ones I can save for later once the King machine comes into picture. This is what my idea is going to talk about, and how we can extend it to device tests like Android, iOS, etc. Uh, with the help of this King and Queen machine. So, what I feel that having such a system is going to help us cover all the test cases like white box, black box, different types of tests, let's say performance, code coverage. So my testing system is going to talk about all these different buckets of tests that we have, and the conclusion is that having such a test system would help to save time, reduce cost, enhance the open collaboration, increase the productivity of engineers, and these are just some of the advantages of having such a system. So I hope you like this idea, and I hope I get a chance to present this paper at GHCI. Thank you.